Don't have to worry about what kind of mind state, what kind of heart feeling. Not being, both being and not being altogether. Cut both cut and not cut altogether. Don't have to worry about what kind of the mind state it is. When you're not attached, both attached and not attached altogether. Don't have to worry about what kind of mind state it is. You're still worried about this kind of mind, that kind of mind. That is karmic difficulty. Cut both cut and not cut right away. Not attached, both attached and not attached altogether. It dissolves the dissolving itself. It give up the give up, renounce the renouncing, and let go of the letting go. Cut both cut and not cut altogether. Not attached, both attached and not attached everything. So it let go of the letting go. It is renounce the renounce automatically. When you're not grasping both grasping and not grasping altogether. Don't worry about the mind. It is karmic difficulty of the mind, of idea, of thought. When you cut both cut and not cut altogether. Not attached, both attached and not attached right away. So it let go of the letting go itself, renounce the renouncing itself, give up the give up itself. Release the release for one another. Don't obsess with meditating, practicing the mind. Don't worry about doing vipassana and care so much about the mind state. Not let go of the letting go. You are creating karma in vipassana, in meditating. You are creating karma through the practice. Don't be obsessed with doing meditation and create karma through the practice. It is to give up on the foundation, on the basis. It's not about obsessed with meditating on the basis, the four bases. It is to end the ending for one another. Cut both cut and not cut with everything. Cut both cut and not cut with everything. So it ends both the cutting and not cutting. Don't obsess with creating my karma, karmic difficulty of the mind. Don't keep on being meditating. Don't keep on meditating and not let go of the letting go, not give up the giving up. Don't keep on doing the vipassana without let go of the letting go. Renounce the renounce. Don't obsess with meditating in a way that you don't renounce the renouncing itself. You are creating more and more karma. That is a cause of suffering, of interfering with Dharma. The more cultivation you do, the more karma you create. Don't keep on meditating without let go of the letting go, not renounce the renouncing. That is desire to practice Dhamma without the ending itself. Don't obsess with not let go of the letting go itself. You let go of the letting go itself, discard the discarding itself. Put down the put down itself. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, in a way of not having any limit, without a trace. The more you cultivate, the more samsara you create. Whatever you cultivate, it is a samsara. You practice, it is a samsara. When you not let go of the letting go, when you not renounce the renouncing, if you don't give up the give up, stop the stopping, it is a samsara. The cultivation, it is a samsara. The more you cultivate, the more you practice, it is karma. The karma that interfere with the Dhamma, karma that is overlaying, seeing, knowing. You cultivate meditation, you cultivate mindfulness, it is karma that overlaying Dhamma. It is karma and karma. You not let go of the letting go, you not renounce the renouncing, it is karma and karma. When you not give up the give up, the more you cultivate, it is a circle. You're circling with the cultivation. When you not give up the give up and renounce the renouncing. Everything, cut both cut and not cut together with everything. End both the ending and not ending, all together. Don't fixate on cultivating. It is not the end in itself, the cultivation, it is not the ending. The cultivation, it is a desire in that cultivation. Desire to cultivate the mind, to cultivate Dhamma. It is karma that interfere with Dhamma, overlaying Dhamma. It is the desire that make you practice without you wondering that it is all about the desire that make you cultivate and practice. Without let go of the letting go, renounce the renouncing. It is the desire that push you forward and make you overpass the truth. Because it keep on going forward, it is not about cutting. The desire is misleading you to go forward, doing something, cultivating, contemplating, trying to let go. It's not let go of the letting go itself. It doesn't put down the putting down itself, but it's trying to put down something. It's not put down the putting down itself, but the desire making you trying to put down something. mislead you, trying to let go of this, that, but not let go of the letting go itself. It is full of desire to try to let go, trying to renounce without renounce the renouncing itself. That is the desire to practice. Not renounce the renouncing itself, but trying to renounce something always. That is the desire misleading, renouncing, trying to renounce. That is a cause of suffering, of trying to renounce. It's a cause of suffering in vipassana, cause of suffering in meditating, without us knowing, without us questioning that it is a desire. The desire itself, that is a cause of suffering. The more you practice, more and more you practice, then it started to be a variation of practice, many kinds of practice. That's why there are so many schools and traditions in every religion. It isn't about renounce or not renounce anything. Cut, both cut and not cut. So it renounces the renouncing and put down the put down itself. Not about trying to put down anything or renounce anything. It becomes desire. It is desire in that trying to renounce. Nibbana doesn't have either renounce or not renounce. Nibbana doesn't have either let go or not let go. Doesn't have either having or not having. It is not either being or not being. It doesn't have either having or not having. Nibbana. And that is a direct Nibbana. Not about going forward, reaching Nibbana. It is a direct Nibbana. It is not about going directly toward Nibbana in the future. You are manipulated by desire, trying to reach Nibbana. Not having means not having, both having and not having. When you're not being, both being and not being. Once you practice, it becomes a karmic difficulty. It's become the desire and karmic difficulty in that desire. The desire manipulate knowing and seeing. It is the desire that misleads you to meditate, to have right view, wrong view. It is the desire, is the one who cultivate and practice. If there is no desire, there is no path to attain anything. No desire, no path. There's a lot of imagination and fantasy about Dhamma because of desire. Something that's not about grasping, and you grasp on them. It's something that's not for attachment. You attach. That is totally contradict, opposite of the truth. Something that's not about grasping. You grasp on them. That's why it's become the distortion of the truth. Something that is not for attaching. You attach. And keep on overpassing the truth. And it becomes karma. Karma in vipassana, in meditation. Something that is for ending. People keep on meditating and cultivating something that is for ending, that is ended. They keep on cultivate. The Buddha give us the ending. But some of us keep on cultivating, keep on practicing. That's why it's not the ending in the cultivation, in the practice. That it is not for grasping. But some of us keep on grasping everything that we assume up. We grasp on them. Something that is not for grasping, we grasp on it. From not attached, even the non-attachment itself, from not grasping, the non-grasping itself, that is to end the ending. The Buddha end the ending for us. But we keep on grasping. That's why there's a lot of conflict and argument in the society. Even one khanda is not for grasp on. Only a little bit or a part of anything, it isn't for grasping. But the one who practice, trying to hold on to a lot of them. Something that's not for grasping, but you grasp on them. And that's why so many ways of practice, so many traditions, schools, and sects in every religion. Thammayut, Thammakai in Buddhism, in Thailand. Mahayana is grasping in Mahayana way. That's why it's keeping going and overpassing, branching in smaller sects. Not even one part in the teaching is for grasping. But the Buddhists now, they hold on to many of them. It's not for being anything, but a lot of us, the practitioners, being a lot of many things. It's not being, either being or not being. From not having, either having or not having. It's not having even the not having itself. It's not being even the not being itself. That is to end the ending. That's the cause of conflict, that's the cause of the mess in Buddhism, because people grasp on something that is not for grasping. The ending is not for practice. You have to listen carefully. It is something to end the ending itself. It is not about to practice, because to practice, it is not the ending. The practice itself is a cycle in itself. And it will become a samsara, a realm of existence later on. It's not the ending. The more practice, the more further you are from the ending. Listen carefully, not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. When you cut, both cut and not cut. When you not attach, both attach and not attach. You have to listen carefully, and it won't mean anything in whatever you hear. Just cut, both cut and not cut. That's it. Don't try to cut anything or not cut anything. Don't try to take cut and try to cut anything. And don't try to take not cut, to not cut anything. Cut, both cut and not cut. That is to end both cut and not cut altogether. When you cut, both cut and not cut, it's end both cut and not cut. When you cut, both cut and not cut, it end both cut and not cut. It isn't about taking cut to cut anything or not cut to not cut anything. When you cut, both cut and not cut. With everything, it is the ending of both cut and not cut. It isn't about to cultivate Dhamma. The more you practice, the more you cultivate, the more samsara. To practice, it is still a becoming. It is still a fabrication. You fixate on doing vipassana without let go of the letting go itself. It becomes thicker and thicker of desire. It is something that is not even the is not itself. Don't try to identify that. It is not. It is not even the is not itself. That is, when is not ends, the is not itself. Don't try to fabricate is not and identify something that this is it, this is not it. If you are deluded and identify anything that is not it, it becomes a samsara. When you not identify anything, not identify the not identify itself, that is when it is the ending. The end of not identifying, not accepting, not choosing. Cut, both cut and not cut. Don't fixate on either cut or not cut. End both cut and not cut. That is to cut, both cut and not cut. Don't fixate on cut or not cut. Everything. Everything all together. Use the word everything so it goes with everything. Cut, both cut and not cut, with everything. Not about one thing at a time or two things. If you renounce both renounce and not renounce. Not attach, both attach and not attach. So it ends the desire to try to attach and not attach. Not attach, both attach and not attach. It's not about to not attach anything, but not attach, both attach and not attach. It's not about trying to not attach to anything. It's not attach, both attach and not attach. That is to dissolve the desire to attach and not attach. The Buddhas always ends for us, but it's we that trying to keep on going. All the Buddhas end for us, but we try to practice and cultivate, and that is not the ending. It is about creating karma, overlaying Dhamma, to practice and to cultivate. Any action, it is karma. To practice, it is karma. And we have to get the result of that karma. The word practice, actually it is karma. It is just the word that we create to make it sounds good, look good, mean good, but actually it is karma. To practice Dhamma, it is to create Dhamma, overlaying Dhamma. Because you still want to hold on to something, to gain something, that's why you practice. That's why you cultivate. So that is desired to take something. So to practice, it is to create karma. The blessing isn't about gaining or getting or taking anything, it is only about in the ending. If you take, if you grasp, it's not the ending. If you take something, it's not the stopping. It will always going on and on, becoming realm of existence, and samsara become karma, and karma, and you have to get the result of that karma. Whatever how long you meditate or you in the meditation, it is always a karma, and you have to get the result of that meditation in the future. Let go of the letting go. It dissolves both staying still, and it dissolves about going forward also. It is the emptiness that is dissolved. It isn't about staying or going. It isn't about trying to stay still or trying to go forward. From the renouncing itself. It isn't about staying with any state at all. It dissolves all the states. From not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. It isn't about trying to be with the present mind, present anything. It is only about the ending for one another. Trying to stay, trying to be with knowing, seeing. It ends both trying to stay with knowing, seeing, ending all the state. It ends the ending itself. From not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. From cut, both cut and not cut. It dissolves the obsession to stay, to trying to attach anything, present or the future. It dissolves any attempt to stay or to go. From not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. From not attached, both attached and not attached. It dissolves any obsessions to stay or to go. From cut, both cut and not cut. From not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Together with everything. With everything together. It is to enlighten together with everything. To enlighten and enlighten for everything all together at once. To end and ending for everything simultaneously. Everything is from not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. All the same. It cut, both cut and not cut, all the same. Everything. Everything is from let go of the letting go itself. It is not about let go anything. If you try to let go of anything, it is because of desire manipulate you. It's not about let go of anything, but let go of the letting go itself. If you try to let go, it means that the desire is fabricating that letting go. It won't end. If you not attach, from not attached to non-attachment itself, it is not about not attached to anything. It is not about trying to not attach anything. If you still trying to not attach anything, detach from anything, it is still a desire manipulating you. It is still a desire practicing Dhamma. Still a desire that cultivate Dhamma, cultivate is something that not for grasping, but you are trying to hold on something. The Buddha doesn't teach us, doesn't tell us to hold on to anything. Everything is anicca. All Dhamma is anicca, is anatta. The Buddha enlightened for us, cut for us already, but we all still trying to cross. That's why it's full of practice, ways of practice, a lot of meditation ways, a lot of vipassana, become many schools, many groups, and all refer to the Tipitaka, the Buddhist canon. It's not about to hold on to any part in that book. It's not only a part or a tiny bit of the Tipitaka is for grasping, is for taking, but you all hold on to 84,000. Those are the sentences that are not dissolved in themselves. So you try to hold on to some of them, to all of them. Everything, the Buddha's already enlightened for us. Everything isn't for holding, for attaching, for taking. When you try to take Dhamma, you attach to Dhamma, so you have to enlighten. The world and the samsara will be more than just peaceful. It will be all without a trace, in order. Whatever you practice, whatever you cultivate, you caught up in that loop, you stuck in it. When you cultivate knowing, you create karma with the knowing. Whatever you cultivate, you create karma about it. Everything is from let go of the letting go itself. It will end any becoming. If you let go of the letting go itself, it will end any arising and ceasing, any beginning and ending. If you try to let go of anything, you start something for already. If you're not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, that is will end any arising and ceasing, any beginning and ending. It becomes many ways and methods, many traditions in practicing. Different sects and schools in Buddhism come from grasping. Even faith is about grasping. That's why I'm saying it had nothing to do with either faith or no faith. It isn't related to faith or no faith. Having faith is like parasites. It's a system of parasite, because when you have faith on something, you attach to it. The Buddha is enlightened, not for anyone to have faith on him. So don't be deluded in creating any faith. everything is from not attached, both attached and not attached. From not attached, even the non-attachment self. That is to end any cycle, end any beginning and ending. It ends all cultivation practice, vipassana meditation. The Buddhas end for us, but we all, each and every one of us has our own way to practice. That's not about ending, that is taking, grasping. The Buddhas end for us, but we didn't end like the Buddha. First of all, we take something from the Buddha's word, that is taking, that is grasping. The point is, we didn't hear directly from the Buddha. That's why it is distorted. There is desire since the beginning. When we want to hear something, that is desire right there. Even the listener start to listen to something has to dissolve that desire to hear. So the speaker has to dissolve the desire of the listener, the desire to hear. If we don't dissolve the desire of the listener will hold on, will take something that we speak. But in front of the Buddha, we cannot take anything, we cannot gain anything or grasp on anything from his words, because he cuts for us. He dissolves the desire for us. Arahant didn't write anything, didn't record anything from the Buddhas. They only memorize, they remember. And they repeat the words that they remember, the Buddha said, without recording, without writing down. The Arahants only reflect what they remember, the Buddha's word that they remember. All the Arahants only reflect the truth to end the ending for the listeners, only from the memory. Arahants didn't write anything, but later generation are the ones who tried to write down, and it full of grasping from the Buddha's word. What they claim are the Buddha's word. It is all like something that the Buddha. Everything from the Buddha is about end the ending, let go of the let go. Every sentence is cut the cutting itself, let go of the let go itself. If you listen directly from the Buddha, you end the ending according to his words already. But I don't know who the hell it is that try to grasp on his word, the Buddha's word, and write down. And the grasping, the learning is attached to those words and transfer down and down, pass along to later and later generation until it becomes so many traditions. In the beginning there is no sex, no tradition, no school of Buddhism. Originally, there is not itself. When there is something, because you start to grasp on something that is non-grasping, that is not about grasping, and that when it becomes sects, schools, traditions, in the beginning there is no either Mahayana or Hinayana, because there is not either is or is not. It's not having, both having and not having. It's only Nibbana, purely Nibbana. There is no schools, sects or traditions. The Buddhas never tells us, never say that we should take anything, but people just take on what he said. And because of the grasping, take on the words, we conflict with one another, argue with one another.